Cannot continue to have more and more people in retirement being supported by fewer and fewer people in work.
Can I just read you a line?
And that's why it's so important that we're going to ask people, if we want to continue to have these very good pension schemes, which are a guaranteed level of pension available to few others, that's got to be paid for by higher contributions by those who are going to have those pensions, and to ask them to draw those pensions later.
I'm going to read you a line, and then I'll ask you whether you think the account you've given is the same as the one he gives. There have been significant reforms to public service pension schemes over the last decade. Some of these changes have reduced projected benefit payments. For the interim, blah, 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 projected benefit payments fall gradually to around 1.4% of GDP after peaking in 2010-11 at 1.9%.
Exactly.
Well, the point is
that's just saying it's not unaffordable. We don't want to afford it. It's cheaper. It's going to be 25% cheaper in the next few decades in terms of the burden on GDP than it is at the moment.
Well, what he's saying is that long-term reform is needed if we're to be able to...
for different reasons.
Well, no, the point is that there's been widespread pension reform across the economy. People in the private sector have seen old defined benefit schemes.
Oh, no, this is the real agenda that's coming out now.
Well, no, actually, when what John Hutton has said, and we've totally agreed with this,
race
we do
to
not
the bottom.
want... No, he said we don't want to see a race to the bottom.
But that's what you're doing.
Mark,
you're trying to cut public sector pensions so that the value is absolutely slashed.
Well, let me just be absolutely clear about that.
The reason why you're floundering this morning when you're under any detailed scrutiny is because you've tried to mislead people for weeks. The costs are falling. You want people to work up to 8 years longer, pay lots more money in, get less out. Because what this is really about is a cabinet full of people like you in a very privileged position want the most vulnerable and lowest paid to pay an enormous price to solve a problem they didn't create. And that's why hundreds of thousands of people are on strike today, because this is absolutely unfair and it's unjust.
Well,
and that's why you're floundering on all the detailed arguments.
Let's just be absolutely clear about this. The current system is not tenable, as has been said repeatedly.